Today I'm going to show you how to carbon fiber overlay this interior piece. This is a radio dash bezel. It's for a 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix. Right now I have the epoxy base coat on. So it is black epoxy. So what I use to do that, I used the West System 105 epoxy. For base coats only, I use the 205 fast hardener. And then to turn the epoxy black, I use this is graphite powder, number 423. So I'll do 1 pump of 105 epoxy, 1 pump of the 205 hardener, mix in my graphite powder, and that turns the epoxy black. Here's another piece I'll be wrapping. So here's the carbon fiber cloth. I already pre-cut it. I measured it for the part I'll be wrapping here soon. The cloth is a 2x2 twill weave. It's a 3K. The weight is 3K. So I get all my cloth from compositeenvisions.com. Check out the website. They got tons of different materials, colors, styles, fabrics. So I got my cloth already cut. So now I just gotta wait for this to get tacky and then start laying the cloth on. Okay, so now the epoxy is tacky. So ready to lay the cloth down. I already have my cloth cut out. So you simply just lay it down and start pushing it into the epoxy. But don't push too hard. So start out, I just gently lay it on the part and just work your way. So I start getting it down around this big center. Then you just kind of work your way around however you want. There's not really no science or proper way to lay the cloth down. It took me a lot of time and experience to get it figured out for myself. And then the hardest part is getting the cloth in all the little tiny creases and cracks on the factory part. This is the keyhole. So I gotta get this in here nice and snug. Then when you have complicated curves, just cut a stress relief line. And just keep going. Now up here, this is where it gets a little tricky because I got this circle where the chrome ring for the air vent goes. And you just have to work the cloth in the creases. Just remember to go slow, take your time, you're not in a hurry. Then once you get all the complicated curves down, pressed in, that you can keep going with the flatter surface. This is kind of the same way like you'd be vinyl wrapping a car too. So if you ever vinyl wrapped a car, you kind of have an idea of just how to lay the cloth down. The trick is make sure the epoxy is tacky enough, especially on the corners and the edges. Make sure they stick. Then I go back down through and put some tape on the back side when I get to that point. Then you'll need a razor blade or a scissors if you have any holes or circles. Help get the cloth down in the cracks just to relieve the tension. So I do that for this keyhole. And here as well. And that is basically it for this piece. So now I just flip it. Flip it over. And then I tape the extra cloth to the back side of the part so it can't move. That way I know it stays in its place. So this cloth in the middle will be getting cut out anyway, so that's not a huge deal. So you just go around the part, tape down loose pieces. Be careful because on some stuff your edges will lift, so you have to go back through and keep pushing down on the edges. So I do that after I get the cloth all taped down, because doing this sometimes will make it want to lift up off the edge. Not sure why, but it's probably just the tension of it. And that is one piece wrapped. So just take your time, go slow. Once you get it laid down, go back over with your fingers, push down. You can wear gloves. I like to just do it by hand. Make sure you wash your hands before to get the oils off your hands. And that is how you wrap a dash piece for a 2004 to a 2008 Pontiac Grand Prix.